Hi, it's Melissa Barrett from Melissa Barrett Physical Therapy and Yoga. Today's video will be a series of 12 yoga postures that in a 2016 peer-reviewed research article demonstrated that the subjects were able to reverse their osteoporosis or even prevent osteoporosis. So let's get started. The first pose we'll do is tree pose. This is a balance pose. We'll start on the right side. What you want to do first is press the right heel into the mat, and then you're screwing that foot into the floor, and you'll notice it engages the right glute muscle. From that strong leg, we're lifting up our left leg, and we're placing it to the inside of the right thigh. If this is too much for you, you can always start in kickstand pose, which is picking up the heel and placing it to the inside of the ankle. If you'd like a little bit more from that, you can lift the foot into the inside of the calf, or you can come into the full tree pose. From here, I'm pressing this thigh muscle into my foot. So you have a nice pressure between the foot and the leg. And we breathe here. 5 deep breaths, or as long as you can. Keeping the shoulders out of the ears. And if you fall out of it, it's not a big deal. Just come back into your balance pose. One more deep breath in. And we come down on the exhale. Slowly release the foot. And we'll do the other side. So engaging that left leg, pressing the left heel into the floor. Screw the heel into the mat. From this strong leg, you can lift the right leg to whatever degree is available to you. And some people sway as well. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Press the foot into the thigh and reach the arms up and breathe. And one more breath. Good. And release the arms. Come to the top of the mat. We'll step our left foot back as far as you can. Good. Look down at your feet. You want to set a nice strong foundation of the legs. So those left toes are turned in 45 degrees. You press the outer edge of the left foot into the floor to engage all of the muscles on this left leg. The right heel is in line with the left arch. Bending the right knee towards the right pinky toe side. Trying to get it to 90 degrees. It doesn't have to go that low if you can't get there right away. Just make sure you don't collapse the knee internally. That's where you get injured. So the hip is pressing out to the right. From these strong legs, keep your torso right in the middle of your body. Lift your arms up. Deep breath in. Roll your shoulders back and down, deep breath out. You look to that right middle finger. 3 more breaths. Good, on your next inhale, we'll straighten that right leg by squeezing this right thigh muscle, pulling the right hip back. The big toe on the right foot is pressing into the mat. Exhale to reach your right arm forward, glide your hips back. Drop the right hand, open your chest for our third pose, which is the triangle pose. Squeezing the right thigh muscle to the bone and breathing. You can look up if it feels okay, or keep looking down if that feels better. stand up, take a deep breath in. Bend the right knee towards the right pinky toe side again. And now we take the right forearm, press it into the right thigh to nudge the hip open. Left arm reaches over the ear for our extended side angle, the fourth pose. You can look up again if that feels okay, or just stay in neutral and breathe, lengthening this left side. Good, we all stand up, inhale, and we step the left foot to meet the right, exhale. Going on to our fifth pose, we're going to step this left foot back, halfway this time. The feet are hip width apart, and your hips are facing forward. Pulling that right hip back. With the right hand, reach your left arm up. We're coming into revolve triangle. So as you exhale, you pull your right hip back with the right hand. Reach your chest forward. Reach the left arm forward, and then you bring the left hand to the outside of that right foot. If you need a block here or a book, you put it to the outside of the right foot. Keep spiraling that right hip back, squeezing the right thigh bone. And from those strong legs, lift your right arm and breathe. Bend your knees slightly, step your left foot to meet your right foot, and we'll slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Roll your shoulders back and down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And now we'll do all those three poses on the left side. So if you need to take your block, take your block with you. We're going to step our right foot back as far as you can. Look down at your feet. Turn the right toes in 45 degrees. The left heel is in line with the right arch. And then you bend the left knee to 90 degrees if you can, towards the left pinky toe side. Keep your torso right here in the center. Lift your arms. Deep breath in. Roll your shoulders back and down as you exhale. And we look to that left middle finger with intentional breaths. As you inhale, squeeze the left thigh muscle. Just straighten your left leg. Pull your left hip back. As you exhale, you reach the left arm forward, glide your hips back, and then you drop the left hand on the leg. Open the chest and lift the arm. Pull the shoulder out of the ear, and then you take your deep breaths. All the while, the left big toe is pressing into the mat. You're pulling the left hip back, and you're squeezing the left thigh muscle to the bone. As you exhale, we bend that left knee, nudge your left hip open with the left forearm, and then you take that right arm over the ear, so we're lengthening the whole right side. The legs are very active, and we breathe. And don't worry if you're not getting it right away. With consistent practice, it will come easier to you. And the protocol for this series is to do it every day. Keep breathing, but it's a nice and quick routine. And we stand up. Step your right foot to meet the left. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. Now we're going on to that fifth pose on the left side. So we step the right foot back halfway this time. The hips face the front. The legs are nice and strong. You squeeze in the left thigh, pulling the left hip back. Lift the right arm up. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, you press your hips back. Your left hand is pulling on the left hip, so it goes back. And you reach the chest forward. And then you bring that right hand to the outside of the left foot or on a block or a book. And then if you can, you gently release the left arm and spiral the spine. Again, that might not happen the first couple of tries, but with consistent practice, it will come. And you're squeezing the left thigh back. Good, look down as you exhale. We frame the left foot. Bend your left knee and step the right foot to meet the left. We slowly come up. Taking another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Good. So we're going to move on to our next posture, which is on our stomachs. So we're sitting down gently, coming onto your belly. Taking your fingertips, you reach them for your toes, and then we spiral our shoulders away from our body. So it's external rotation of your shoulder. Spiral your right shoulder to the right. Left shoulder spirals to the left. So you're opening the chest. Tuck your chin. Keep reaching the fingertips for the toes. And we take some deep breaths here. If it doesn't hurt, you can squeeze the glutes and lift your legs. But then again, that might take a couple of times before you get ready for that. You don't want any pain in the low back. Good. And release your hands, release your forehead. Exhale. Coming back up. We're going to rotate around onto our back for our bridge pose. So getting down on the mat safely, you pull your heels towards your glute muscles. You bring your pubic bone to your navel, navel to the spine, knit your ribs down and in so you have a nice tight core. And when you're ready, you press your heels into the floor to lift your hips. Deep breaths here. See if you can keep those ribs down and in so you don't want any flaring rib cage. If you'd like a little bit more, you can roll your shoulders underneath you and interlace your fingers. Keep breathing wherever you are. onto our strap. Pull your right knee into your chest to place the strap on the ball of the right foot. Good. From here, you're going to straighten that right leg. Pull your toes towards your face and just be mindful that the left leg is straight, staying on the floor. Take some deep breaths. Don't force anything. As you exhale, we drop the right foot to the right, so the strap's in the right hand, until you get a gentle stretch in that right leg. You also want to keep that left hip down. So if the left hip is lifting, then you bring the leg back, the right leg back, until you find a spot where that left hip stays on the ground, and then you breathe. Bring the leg back to the center. We'll bend the knee, remove the strap, and we'll do the left side. So the right leg straightens, you pull the left knee into the chest, place the strap around the ball of the left foot. Right leg is nice and strong, lengthening to the front, and then you gently straighten the left leg. You don't need to force anything. And if your leg doesn't come up as high, that's okay. You can be here to start, it's fine, or even lower. Just till you get a nice stretch in the back. And try not to white knuckle the strap either. Like, you don't have to be grabbing onto the strap for dear life. Keep breathing. Keep the strap in the left hand. Drop out your right arm. Deep breath in. When you're ready, drop the left leg to the left, keeping this right hip down. And then you breathe into the stretch. Gently bring the leg back to the center. We'll bend that left knee, take the strap off, and then hug both of your knees into your chest. And our next pose is a seated twisting pose. So I like to roll to my side to get myself up. So roll to your side, and then you press yourself up. And we'll come into our seated twisting pose. So first, we're going to do the right foot over the left foot. So you bend that left knee, and you step the right foot over the left foot. Take this left hand, wrap it around that right knee. Take a deep breath in, lift your right arm, get nice and tall in your spine. As you exhale, you bring your right hand behind your back and press it into the floor, right at the base of the spine. Notice how that lengthens you up. And then you gently twist your spine towards the back. So the belly button twists, the ribs twist, shoulder, and then the neck. So it's like a spiral staircase. Keep breathing. Every inhale, you're getting tall through the crown of the head. And every exhale, you're micro twisting to the right. And then we gently unwind back to the center. And we'll switch sides. So you bend that right knee. left foot and step it over the right leg. Good. Take this right arm and hug that left leg. Inhale, lift your left arm up. And as you exhale, you bring the left hand to the base of the spine. Inhale, press the palm into the mat. Notice how that lifts your whole body. And then we exhale, spiraling the spine, starting with the belly button, and breathing. And we gently unwind. And we'll continue on with one more twisting pose for each leg. So you're going to bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. This left leg is active. Lift your right arm, and you bring it in front of this right shin and wrap it behind you. Lift your left arm and bring it behind and see if you can interlace your fingers. If you can't get there, just keep practicing, reaching the right arm around, reaching the left arm behind, and then you lengthen the chest and breathe. Gently release the hands, and we'll switch sides. So you bend your left knee, reach your left arm up, deep breath in, reach forward, and then you wrap the left hand behind you. Inhale the right arm up, and you reach the right arm behind. Interlace your fingers. This is a high level pose. So if you don't get it the first couple of weeks, it's no big deal. Just keep consistently practicing and it will come. Keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Finish up with our Shavasana pose. So we'll make our way back down onto our backs. I like to roll to my side again. Slowly come down onto your back. Straighten your legs. Have space in your hips so you let the feet flop open. Space in your armpits. Letting all of the muscles release into the floor. And you let your breath return to normal. You can stay here as long as you would like. Those of you who would like to finish, we'll slowly bend our knees. Roll to your side into the fetal position. Gently press yourself up to any comfortable seat. And that concludes our quick yoga routine to prevent or reverse osteoporosis.